Good evening and welcome to BSTV. Tonight we are bringing you V8 action from V8ESC, and we are at the circuit, as one person once said to Gary Craig, we're at circuit Gilles Villeneuve, which will probably make any French-speaking people want to kill whoever that was right now. But we have an 18-degree track, I think that says. And we have, I am Pete Bingham, otherwise known as Bumpy, otherwise known as Princess. And in the booth with me tonight is Bill Switzer. Good evening.
Good evening, Pete. Good evening, everybody.
Also in the booth, but trying to act like he's being technical in some sort of way, is Clyde Whiting.
Good evening, everybody.
No need for that. And on the cameras and doing all the intellectual stuff, really, is Sam Boozin. Good evening.
Good evening, Pete. Good evening, everybody.
So we have for you this V8 race. These cars are absolute beasts, but the people driving them are even more beastly. We appear to have 14 drivers. We think that the European football is keeping some people away, probably in the pub. And most likely in some sort of fight, so we may or may not see some other boys. It's good evening to James on the chat. I don't think any of the result guys are racing tonight, sadly for you. But Bill, Montreal, it's a challenge of a track, isn't it? It's a beast of a track as well, because there's some very, very challenging sections of this circuit that people get caught out with very, very quickly, don't they?
They sure do. The first half of the circuit is all turns and all kinds of crazy stuff, and then when you get around that unbelievable hairpin at the end of that section, you go down a long straightaway along the river there, and you got to go through the, what's that called, the wall of shame? No, the wall of something. Anyway,
Wall of Champions.
Yeah, that's the one. Back up to the start-finish line. It's a pretty. I'll tell you another thing that I don't know if they've corrected at this track. I understand they've corrected a few, but the penalties here are brutal. I mean, you missed the corner by a millimeter, and you got to stop like 37 seconds to let the thing clear, and that's really tough. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but it's a nice track to have a V8 race on. As a matter of fact, at one time I actually, for the first time ever in a V8, I led a race here for a while, which was kind of interesting. But anyway, yeah, it's a tough track, but it's going to be fun. It's a shame we don't have more cars, but as we found out before, apparently with most of our leagues, the count of the car doesn't make much difference. We got a good crew of guys, and it ought to be interesting.
Yeah, I was saying that exact thing to Clyde before you and Sam joined, which is we've seen before that we don't need a massive field in V8s to have an absolutely brilliant race. Just going through the standings as they are, so the Racetech Cup, which is the individual driver championship that we run, car number 11, otherwise known as Mary Jackson, is currently leading by around about 300 points. Pretty much won everything so far. In second place, it's Jamie Wilson. And it's a big gap he's got to bridge in order to get on terms with car 11. Jarek Sebula is in third, 100 and nearly 200 points behind Jamie. And then Tony Klusterman in fourth, with Bob Woodhouse in fifth, Richard Alsop in sixth, Adam Wright in seventh, Greg Carr is in eighth, ninth is Nikolai Bogatyrov, and 10th is Kenzie Niewolf. What that does mean, well, I should also note, I don't think Richard Alsop is going to join us again for the rest of the season. I think messages pertained to that from him. Not because he's annoyed with it or anything. I think he's just got other challenges, hasn't he, Clyde?
I think he's moving house.
That's right. Sorry, yeah, he's moving house, and that clearly takes half a year. And we've got no Tyler tonight. He's wandering around in some sort of, I don't know, commune in the hills somewhere. Not really sure.
The cult.
Well, that was obvious before, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's called the Smiling Assassins.
It is, yeah. Apparently they're quite good at poker. But anyway, so yeah, 14 cars tonight. Some of the key racers are in this race, which is good. And I think it's going to be very, very competitive. What's your experience of this track like, Clyde? I know we did some Delaras around here. We did some HPDs around here once. Have done a lot of V8 racing around here. Is this a track you like, or one that really turns
I do
you off?
actually. No, I really, apart from the first 2 turns, turn 1's not really a turn; it's more of a kink. But the left, then the right. After that, I absolutely love it. I've had some half decent results around here. I wouldn't say I'm quick round here, but it's a track I do get on with. And these cars always seem to go well round here. It's one of those tracks that you can get the car up on 2 wheels. You know, there's plenty of action inside the cockpit for the drivers, even if they're not racing anybody on the track, which is where I usually find myself. So yeah, you know, I do think it's a good track. It does. It requires concentration. It's one of those tracks that in most places, a wheel on the grass, you're going to end up in a wall somewhere. So yeah, it's going to be good. Shame about Richard Alsop. Agree with you. I don't know why he's moving house for 6 months. Tony Kloosterman is still carrying an injury. He says he's at about 80%, but he was rather quick in practice. So we'll have to see what that does to anything. So now we're going to have to see who can actually take it to car 11.
Yeah, I think that Vincent Skilbeck definitely has the innate capability to do that. Kensley Newolf, we've seen him do remarkably well in this car as well. And then Jamie Wilson, I think on a very on a track where he knows it very well, he'll be fantastic and be able to take it to Chris. I don't know what experience or capability he's got on circuit Gilles Villeneuve, because I've never seen him race on here recently, so I don't really know. And Sam, you must have driven loads of cars around this track. Is this one that you like, or is this a one that turns you off? It's a bit Spa-esque, isn't it, in terms of the bits and pieces around the track, in terms of hairpins and chicanes and things like that. So I expect it appeals to you.
Well, I think there's nothing to deal with Spa. I think they're pretty different from each other. So first point done. I hate it, basically.
Right.
There's a few interesting corners, but there's some, like the airplane, I hate it. It's just, you just feel like you'll stand still when you take it. And I've not driven it much, to be fair. Just in the V8 League, and one time before in the GT3 when I started at racing, but yeah, I wasn't good at that time, so didn't knew the track. And I ended up in the wall on lap 1, I think, because of a massive crash, so yeah, don't really like it.
Sounds pretty right to me. Maybe we should go on board with Vincent, or not Vincent, because he's just parked it, or somebody, just to give everybody a view of what it's like to do a lap around Montreal.
Well, I'm starting to like James a bit more, because he's giving you a right bashing on the chat, Pete.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look. So when you drive, Pete, you crashed at Carl. Don't know what that means.
There's a better one up the top.
Is there really? I can't find it. You suck at racing. That's just a bit brutal, really, isn't it? I'm not sure what I've done to deserve that, but never mind. So anyway, here we go. We're on board with car 11, so in theory, this is quite misty, actually. This should be a good lap. So Wall of Champions just behind us now. Cars do drift out to the left here in order to get a more straight line into turn 1, which is this kink that Clyde was talking about before. These are the only 2 corners I can actually do on this track with any sense of competency. Then we fly down this little short kinked straight into the right left here. Lots of cars lose it into the wall there, or over steer into the left hand wall. This is my favourite corner, the one that we've just gone round, because you just floor it around there really, even in a V8. And then this is very careful driving through this chicane here. and then the longest of the kinks straight.
Slippery as hell, isn't it? That previous corner.
It is. There's not a lot holding you down. You
I
brake
don't know if
before
that's
the
the
bridge.
official name.
Yeah. And then take your curbs as you come round this chicane. Lots of people lose it through there. Those rumble strips and sausage curbs really upset the car a lot. Lots of heavy braking into this chicane. Before you get onto Casino straight, which is this one. It's got a kink even in this one. They can't do a straight in Canada without putting a turn on it.
But the pit entry's fantastic, isn't it?
What's worse about
you just
that is...
keep going, don't you?
Yeah.
You know you should be braking, but you're not.
Yeah, and he took it into here, which is Wall of Champions on your right there. He did. Well, the worst bit about the Casino straight is when you're leading someone who is pitting, they look like they're just going to ram you off the circuit. And of course, they obviously brake a lot later than you do and go scooting past you. But you're watching that rearview mirror and you're thinking, he's going to absolutely wipe me out here. And then they obviously disappear, but it's a bit unnerving for a while. Ooh, who's that going? Ooh, we got...
It was synchronised, wasn't it?
It really was.
Oil on the
Very
track.
strange. Yep. Frederick Van Eekhoven losing it fully. I don't know who it was in the jet black car.
That was Frederick.
Oh. Thought he was... Oh, right. So he's not in a team down under paint then?
No.
Ah, right.
That's the under...
Ooh,
down under is Kenzie, whatever his name is, isn't it?
Yeah, but Frederick is also a team down under driver.
Huh.
So, I don't know what was going on there. On your screens at the minute is Alistair Walker for CSR.
We've guilt-tripped Andrew Hoffman into joining. So we've now got 15 cars.
And Woodward is in the session, but he's not actually turned much of a lap in quali. Does he arrive and drive, do we think?
Possibly. So where are we? 19 minutes into quali, and car 11 currently sits on provisional pole. Tony Kloosterman in second, and Vincent Skilbeck in third.
You could argue that the cream was rising to the top there because they are the most upward of the cars in the league at the moment. Let's talk through the team standings while we're on that. NQRB team are currently top of the pile. They've got a 400-point lead over BSTV Esports Green. Adam is the only representative tonight, so he's got the mantle to carry forward. In third place is NQR 18, 200 points behind BSTV Esports Green. Then we've got Team Down Under, GTL VRT in fifth. Sixth is Team Chimera. Seventh is Don't Bug Me Racing, Concord Racing in eighth, and PSR in ninth, with BSTV Esports Yellow in 10th. None of them are in the race today. Excuse me.
No matter
that's Ben.
Sam stroke Bill.
Yes.
The thing is, we
I don't want to ever see
Ben.
Sam stroking Bill, but never mind.
me either. That's okay.
No, I don't want that.
That's not going to happen, right, Sam? No way.
No, you're too far away from me.
You could stroke his beard.
Yeah. I really don't think you'll ever see Bill stroke Sam.
No,
Not that kind of girl, are you?
absolutely not.
No.
I don't stroke on the first date.
That's funny. So, yeah.
Buy him cookies, Sam. He'll do anything.
No, it's okay. Don't need it.
Actually, no, don't buy cookies because you usually fall over because of the weight of them and break your arm.
That's funny. So, where are we? We're 20 minutes in now? Yeah, 21 minutes in.
Yeah.
To the qualifying session at the moment. Positions haven't changed. We are probably looking at. I have had a message through about this. I don't know why I'm being so hesitant on trying to find it though. There we go. First race will be 19 laps, and the second race is going to be 38 laps. We've got pit stops in the second one. I don't think we've got pit stops in the first, have we?
No.
No, definitely not. And the pit window is quite what you might term as healthy here. Between laps 18 and 24, so only a 6-lap window to pit in. The reason I say that's healthy is because in some leagues where you get quite a lot of fuel, the pit window is massive, and that means that people have got lots of flexibility in when they can pit. When it's quite narrow, it means that people are piling into the pits at the same time as one another, and you see that benefit come through. Do you think that nullifies the Nemela effect, Clyde, or not, having the pit window being so narrow?
Possibly. Me personally, on this track, I would pit as early as possible and get them new feel goods on.
What's the logic behind that?
Well, the Nemela effect for one. We know there are certain corners or certain sections of this track that are extremely slippery, even with new tyres on. So as the car lightens up, as the fuel burns and the rear grip goes away even more, I would expect lap times to go up and up and up. So just for me, I say, if that was the pit window 18 to 24, I would be in on lap 18.
It's okay. And what would be your tactic, Bill? You've driven these just like me and Clyde have and Sam has. What's going to be your pit strategy for this race?
Real simple. When they tell you got 2 laps of fuel left, I'd be in.
Right. So run it as low as you can.
Yeah,
really.
and what Clyde was saying is probably true, but it's got to. I would think it would kind of be dependent a little bit on, for example, if car 11 pulls out a big lead. It's not going to be advantageous to somebody that's behind him. If they're within reach, he could possibly pass them in the pits, kind of, I guess maybe is the right term. So,
yeah.
And of course, pitting late, if you pit too late, you don't have enough time to make it up. So I guess a longer race may be more advantageous. I'm not real good at this stuff, but I think that's probably the case.
Yeah, Master Tactician Smiling Hewitt isn't with us tonight. He's doing some hippy-dippy thing in the forest somewhere. And Sam, any changes to any of those 2 pit strategies that you've just heard?
No, I don't think so. The thing is, usually with the cars in iRacing, you run it dry, then you pit. I think this one you better get pit stop as soon as you can. So what I did when I ran a run back, I went in 1 lap after the leaders. When the first pit stoppers, I would say, so it was not the leaders. And yeah, I think that's probably the best strategy to do the Nemela effect, as we call it. And that works the best, I think.
Right, okay.
I think if I was Vincent, if car 11 pits on lap 18, I'm going on 24. If car 11 doesn't pit on lap 18, I am.
Right, okay.
There you go. Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah. Makes sense to do the opposite of whatever.
Yeah, I think whoever's in second, maybe not if it's Tony, because he may just try and protect Chris. But if Vincent's winning and somebody else, one of the other 2 are second, just do the exact opposite to the leader.
Yeah.
And don't you think at other times too, depending what traffic is around, if you're bogged down behind a train of cars, that might be advantageous to come in a little bit early as well to get out of that mess.
Yeah, that is the only downside of taking the early pit stop, is you can come out in traffic. And if you come out in traffic that's not going to pit for another 6 laps, you are more than likely going to lose any of the advantage gained by pitting early, trying to get past those cars. However, we haven't got a massive field tonight. So
True.
to me, again, that's why I would pit on lap 18.
Okay.
But we're not going to have any pit stops in this race.
Oh, that's true. This is a 30-minute race, and our fuel will cover us for the whole thing. You shouldn't see anyone pitting unless they are repairing damage.
Or cocking up their fuel before the race starts.
I personally have never started out on qualifying fuel, ever.
No, never ever.
He lied. Because I've done that plenty of times, actually, more than I care to admit to. There is one fast repair in these races for those that don't normally join us for watching, and you will encounter your first pit lane drive-through after 20 incidents. I'm hoping that's right, because if I'm wrong, then I'll just get brutalised by the people on the chat, and apparently by James, who's been a bit harsh on the YouTube chat. Not feeling the love tonight, it has to be said. It's just one penalty, though, isn't it, Clyde? You don't get it every 20, do you?
We do get it every 20.
Oh, you do get it every 20, right? Okay, so that would be me out of this then, even in 30 minutes.
Just looking at the leaderboard, the interesting thing for me at the moment is Chris Jackson, aka Car 11, aka Mary Jackson, aka Crash Jackson, aka Action Jackson, just to give him his full name. Has got a second over Vincent Skillbeck at the moment.
Wow.
Pretty much, yeah. 134.2, but well, it's 6/10, isn't it?
No, over Vincent, Pete.
Oh, sorry, yes. Being stupid. I just thought it was the next car in line.
And another thing I noticed is Tony Klusman being 80% is qualified in second place.
Sandbagging.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. I've seen what
just in case it goes south, he's got an excuse, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it Voltarol? You rub it on and you can do handstands and backflips?
Yeah, especially for old
fine.
people.
Yeah. Right, I'll be back very, very shortly. I just need some peanuts and some water. Won't be a sec.
Well, you've got 90 seconds.
Yep.
So, let's have a look. So, we know about the top three. So, Bob Woodhouse is currently 4th. Kenzie Newhop in 5th. Adam Wright 6th. Frederick Van Eckhoven doing well there in 7th. Miro Hraski 8th. Nikolai Bogotyrev in 9th. Jamie Wilson 10th. And Woodward 11th. Ivan Batmans in 12th. David Alonso in 13th. Alistair Walker in 14th. And Andrew Hoffman in 15th as we stand into the last minute of qualifying. Tony Klusterman is in the pit, so he's done his qualifying. Chris Jackson is still trying to go faster, as is Vincent Skillbeck. Nikolai Ant and Andrew Hoffman all on track as well.
Yeah, Andrew arrived a little late after browbeating, and
Chris has abandoned his lap.
Yep. And Andrew arriving a little bit later, trying to get a little better time out there in the last minute.
And Woodward just had an off track, so he's abandoned his lap. The checkers are out. Vincent went quicker, but it didn't move him up.
Here comes Nikolai. Let's see if he improved his time to move up. Nope.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Up to 7th. Yeah. Wow, good job. And here comes Andrew across the line. He's looking like he's not pushing. Well, maybe. I don't know.
You've got no peanuts.
Oh, bummer.
Where's my YouTube stream? Said there's an error.
Mine's still running.
Yeah.
And my stream's going also.
I'll try and recover it. Yes, it's back. If I just reselect it, that's fine. Right then. So the session's now checkered. I don't have any peanuts. As I said, I've only got popcorn, so apologies. You're gonna have to listen to me crunching.
I have no food at all.
You liar.
I have
There's always cake in your house.
I couldn't fit
Katie
anything
has
in
some
yet,
sort
anyway.
of Katie has some sort of cake factory in the basement of your house. And the crazy thing is, I need to move in so that I can also eat the cake.
Yeah, that's not true this weekend because I'm pretty much single this weekend.
How's that?
Some dog thing today and another dog thing tomorrow.
Dog shows again. Is it that?
Yeah.
Are they doing that now again?
Yeah, they've started up again. Yeah. And I've been to work this morning.
That's right, folks. You just heard the world's smallest violin. Mike Frost on the chat is shouting, obviously, for Nikolai, his teammate. But the actual support isn't there, is it, Mike? It's not
Mike,
really
where
there.
are you?
Yeah. Why aren't you on the track racing? You could be doing what I do in TCRs and getting in the way of everybody else.
Mike, deer season's over. Get out of the woods. Come race your car. Come on.
Yeah. Stop trying to be Dustin Hoffman or whoever it was that was a deer hunter. Was that De Niro?
Yeah, and don't go in the woods anyway because you might shoot Tyler and his cult.
Oh, this is true. All 200 of them.
There's
Wonder if it's like Waco. Right, who's doing the grid, guys?
I can do it.
Go on then.
It's working. Okay, so going off in pole position is car 11 for Never Quit Racing. Tony Kloosterman goes off second for Never Quit Racing. Bob Woodhouse third for Concord Racing. Kenzie Newhoff fourth, Team Down Under.
Stop.
Fifth.
You missed 3. Vincent Skillback's in third, not Robert.
Oh,
Woodhouse. Sorry.
It's not working then. I do apologise.
Okay, Vincent Skillback's in third for Wheelie Bins. Fourth is Robert Newhouse for Concord Racing. Fifth is Kenzie Newhoff, Team Down Under. Sixth, Adam Wright, BSTV Esports Green. Seventh, Nikolai Bogotyrev and Don't Bug Me Racing. Sixth is Frederick Vanderhoven and Team Down Under. Ninth is Miro Hraski for, I can't read what it says, PCS, I guess it says.
Yep.
10th is Jamie Wilson, Team Chamara. 11th, Ant Woodward for NQRB, and Ivan Batman's some kind of velocity, and 18th is Andrew Hoffman for PSR.
Also in there was 13th David Alonso.
I missed those guys.
He's a privateer, and Ali Walker for CSR.
I'm terribly sorry.
Nah, that's all right, Bill.
It took all 3 of us. That was
We are gridded. Lights are dropping on, and they are go.
It looks like everybody got a good start.
Yeah,
Maybe Vincent Skillback was the worst starter, but
yeah, he's making it back. I think. Oh no, he's not.
Ooh.
Oh yes, he is. Because I think Bob Woodhouse got a load of wheel spin out of turn 2. Oh, that was wiggly from Adam.
Somebody scraped the wall down there. Maybe that might have been Ant. I'm not sure who that was.
I think it was. I think you're right, Bill. It was Ant Woodward. Just a little tiny scuff against the wall. Ooh, Jamie, where you going, mate?
Whoa!
Dearie me.
Boy, how did he hang on to that? Wow.
I have no idea. That car was all sorts of everywhere.
there was another one sideways in the background.
Was that Ivan Batman's, or was it
could
further
have
back?
been. It might have been further back than Ivan, to be honest.
Right.
There's proof what Clyde said. That is a slippery corner.
Sorry, Ivan Batman's again was slippy and twisty going through turn 8. Sorry, turn 7. So into the hairpin.
Whoa!
Going straight on.
I'm gonna take the long way.
I think he's
Here we
just
go.
after. Yeah, I think he's just after a better run onto the straight. So here we go. Oh, what's going on here? That's Adam. Was he overtaking Nikolai? I think he was. He's got it done. Adam with no downforce usually, does he? Downforce is for people who want to actually turn through corners.
Here's Clyde's favorite group of corners. Whoa, slowing down.
Hang on.
Slow down for Woodward.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we gotta slow down. Okay.
probably cut the first or second part of the chicane.
Yep. Whoa, Andrew.
Oh, no. Oh, David.
Ooh.
David came around the corner there and got a massive roadblock of Hoffman. This is Bob Woodhouse with Kenzie right in his 6 at the minute.
Yeah, plenty of action.
Yeah. They're all paired off at the moment, have you noticed?
Yeah.
Here we go. Kenzie. He's on the wrong side here for this hairpin. Bit of door banging.
It's
the
like a
cutback.
hello. It's like a hello, I'm here.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a hello, I'm still here, surely. Ooh, look at this. And Woodward.
Walker.
Woodward, yeah.
And Batman.
I think Ivan's going to get shuffled back a couple of places there, Bill.
Yeah, it appears that way.
Offensive from Bob Woodhouse. Everybody clean so far, really.
Pretty decent, yeah.
That's the wall of champions here for this trio. Odd that Ali Walker's got dropped a bit by them. I thought he'd have so much toe down Casino that he'd be right on him still when he got to the chicane.
Vincent Skillback just turned the quickest lap of the race so far anyway on that lap.
Ah, well, that might make a difference. And out front, Chris Jackson's got himself 1 second's worth of lead over Tony Kloosterman, who has Vincent Skillback crawling all over him at the moment.
Yeah. Frederick Van Eckhoven is dropping like a stone at the moment.
Ah. Where is he in that
He's
stealth
lost
car?
3 places at the moment. If he picked up a slowdown or something somewhere.
Yeah, he will have done, I think. You can pick them up quite quickly around this track.
I believe this is from the front of Vincent Skillback's car, looking at
It is.
Tony Kloosterman.
Well, actually, he's only 80%, so it's Tony Klooster.
Oh, that's an overtake right there.
To be honest, I wouldn't mind being 80% of Tony's 80%.
Yeah, too right. He sweats all the talent that I don't have.
Overspeed there.
And you want to hate him, but you can't. He's a gentleman, really.
Yeah, really nice bloke.
Yep.
Ooh, too
Whoa!
wide. No.
Oh, let's hate him.
Ant Woodward is going to get reeled in here because Frederick and Miro are faster on that last lap.
Yeah, Frederick's just got one of his places back by passing Miro.
Yeah.
Why is Batman's at the back?
I don't think he actually is. I think that's
Well,
SDK. Isn't it?
No, I don't think it is.
Oh.
He's not at the back now because David Alonso just shouted out slow down.
Right, okay.
But yeah, something... What happened to Ivan? I can see a couple of off tracks for him.
Yeah, in close succession as well.
I'm telling you, one tiny hair off this track and you get a hell of a slowdown.
Yeah.
A lot of places here.
Yep. You do. The slowdowns are far worse than you expect them to be.
Absolutely.
I think Adams just had one as well. He's dropped off the back of these two.
That's a killer here, I'll tell you. It really is.
Ivan Batman's. Straight on? No. Ooh, lots of air.
Oh, there it is. There it is, right there.
That's one slowdown.
Yep.
Yeah, so not only did he lose time on that corner, but he would have lost time with the slowdown as well.
Yeah. Ooh, that's
the second one.
The same corner, I think.
Yeah,
one
it is,
lap
isn't
later.
it? Yeah.
And that's the corner I've trouble with every so often. because you want to carry lots of speed through there, and you really shouldn't. It's not a fast chicane. Oh, hang on. Car 11's got damage on the right-hand side.
Yeah. He's obviously scraped a wall.
Well, that's going to be probably Wall of Champions, I would think. There's not that many places on this track where you can scrape the right-hand side of your car.
Yeah, but he's not a champion yet.
This is true. Maybe it's Wall of Triers. See that damage? That might be significant because the damage models on these cars now, they've changed significantly. I had one the other day and I literally rubbed a wall. I watched it 6 or 7 times. I rubbed a wall and it snapped the rear axle.
Wow.
We're now watching a replay.
Yeah.
See if Sam has found it for us.
He's heading toward. He's down the bottom of Casino Straight, tucking in. This is going to be a blink moment. Oh no, he's not hit it. That wasn't it.
No.
And his car looks clean on this bit.
Unless he net coded the wall.
Maybe.
There's
Right,
another,
that mouthful of popcorn.
another place he could have nailed it was up. Let's see. No, that's the other.
Turn 9.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. The second part of the second chicane.
And as Clyde mentioned, here comes the horror corners. These are tough, I'll tell you, slick as hell.
Yeah.
And you want to get off this corner so badly, you know, and you get on the gas a little too hard and you're gone.
Yeah.
See how that car tailed out? I believe
That was Adam. Yeah.
Kenzie? Yeah.
Oh, and
Kenzie also,
yeah, both of them. Whoever designed this track obviously did it with frustration in mind, because most of the corners around here look like and feel like you should be able to take them way faster than you actually can.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, there's loads of people screaming at the TV right now saying
So
that's all tracks, but it's not.
Vincent making a move on Tony. Tony's got to slow down. Yes.
Oh, there it is, right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
First part of that chicane, turn 8.
It's not much, I'm telling you. It's really...
Made it nice and obvious for Vincent. Surprisingly, he can't just shed that slow down. It must be massive if he's having to do that. Must be 2 seconds.
I think it's about 3 seconds between 2 and 3.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's right, Sam. It's over 3 seconds, yeah.
That's
It's a massive
crazy.
It is crazy.
I had an off-track the other day, not in an actual race, just in a practice session, and I literally came to a standstill, started going again, and it gave me a 2.5 second slowdown. I was like, I'm 4 seconds down on my lap. How can I possibly have benefited by 2.5 seconds? What are you doing, iRacing?
Be interesting now to see if Vincent can chase down car 11.
Yep. Showing Woody on the screen. Stacey is on the chat, shouting out
Stacey
for him.
number 2.
Wobbly has just found himself another poke in the eye from me, given the note on the chat there.
Just remember, Wobbly, shit just got real.
Ooh. Oh, that was a puckering moment there for Tony Klusterman.
I think these cars always make you pucker, don't they, on the brakes?
Yeah.
And on the gas.
Yeah.
And round the corners and down the straights.
I mean, if Wobbly had ever driven a real car like one of these V8s, then he'd know what real racing was about. But he just like rolls around in all the cars with, that drive themselves. The ones with ABS and traction control and stability management and all that other stuff. He doesn't really know about real race cars, does he?
Yeah, there's no wussy help on these cars, let me tell you.
Exactly that, Bill, yeah. He needs to really show up in a real man's league like this one, doesn't he?
Yeah, they could box his ears pretty good in this one, let me tell you.
Google auto drive racing.
Auto drive racing? Is that a real thing?
Not yet, but it will be in the future.
I'm going to have to do that in a minute. Is this like robots driving cars?
Well, it's going to be, isn't it? Without a doubt.
Eventually, yeah.
It's going to be like
the ultimate
AI
health and
racing.
safety, yeah. Ooh, was that a nudge?
Whoa!
Was that a nudge? It was?
Pretty close.
Yeah, little apology there from Anne.
Yeah, and he got out of the gas and let him go, so yeah.
What's happened to Bob and Kenzie?
Why, what are you saying?
I've got them crashed on the event viewer, but they haven't lost any positions. So
Nah. The cars look immaculate.
It's like another slowdown right there. Whoever that is on the inside. Ant Woodward.
Wobbly actually thinks he's going to beat his kids at Mario Kart.
What a fool. That's the only race he might win.
And I bet he's got a racing suit on, boots, helmet, gloves, everything.
Yeah, he's one of those, isn't he?
Yeah.
Whoa! Wow.
Oh, Bob, where you going, mate? He's lost that position big time. Or has he? I don't know. What's going on here?
That was a heck of
He's
a
given
pass.
up position.
No, he's got a slow down.
Slow down.
Oh. Adam's getting very racy behind Kenzie. He's going to be pushing him around that corner in a minute if he don't watch out.
And Vincent is catching Chris Jackson.
Ooh, right, race is on. He's got 2.5 seconds to cut through, but yeah.
And we're just a little short of halfway.
This has been a good race so far. It's been,
It actually has.
yeah, this is good. And if Kenzie can get the wriggle on behind Chris, then it'll be even better.
Yep.
Vincent's got Tony still in close company, though. He's only half a second there.
I would imagine Tony's going to try to keep him busy, so car 11 can get out there a little bit and not be disturbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vincent was only a 10th quicker on the last lap, but still quicker. Oh,
Wow,
a lot of curve there from Tony.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah. Very wriggly. More Voltarol needed. Shallow into that corner as well. It's a funny
Sure
line
was,
that Tony
yeah.
takes, yeah. There's Ivan closing in on Ali Walker. He's going to do him here. That's going to be a lot of overspeed. Oh, he's backed out. He's backed out.
Yeah, sometimes that's a wise choice.
Oh, look at this
to
though.
fight another day. He got a hell of a run there.
Yeah, he did. He's on the wrong side for the first turn there.
Yeah.
He's going to have to back out of this. Oh no, he's sticking it around the outside here.
Nah,
he's not.
Gonna happen.
Not going to happen. Giving him a good tussle, though, for sure.
Yeah, he's waiting for the next night race.
Yeah, there you go. Sneak up on him and pounce.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Car 11 not getting away here.
Tony's kind of close to Vincent right now.
Yeah, car 11 was
Whoa!
so... Why
Dear
did he
me.
not get the wall, or did he?
Oh, he did. Look at the
He's got
front of
some
his
damage.
car.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's... it must be that corner, actually. Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah, car 11 eked away on that lap, so it is very, very nip and tuck at the moment between them two.
Yeah. And I think Tony's getting dropped here. He's got another slowdown.
Yep, sure does.
If he keeps doing that, Adam Wright's going to be on him.
Yeah, because Adam's now... he's not free of Kenzie, because Kenzie and Nikolai are on him like white on rice.
Yeah, Nikolai's closed in on Kenzie in the last few laps there.
Yeah, I think it's because these two are scrapping like this.
Yeah, sure.
And he's reeling him in for that reason.
Oh my.
That's just Crazy close racing. This is great. And Andrew Hoffman's made his way to the back of the field, but I think it was because of an off-track on the event viewer.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. He was doing all right before that. He was in front of a few cars, actually.
Both you gentlemen have pointed out a slowdown here.
Yeah.
That was a good move there from Kenzie. Here's Tony putting pressure on Vincent.
Now, that surprises me because Tony had a slowdown at the start of the lap and was miles behind. So how has he managed to pick that up?
Something has happened to Vincent.
Another side by each. Oh, baby.
Oh, what are you doing, boys?
Oh, nice pass, Kenzie. Wow,
that was good. Go and look at Nikolai now.
Something happened because the gap has gone out to over 8 seconds.
Here's a replay.
Right.
Slow down, maybe?
Yeah, from turn 7 and 8, yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, 8 and 9. Oh, no, what's this?
Uh-oh.
Naughty nudge.
That's what it is.
And I think he's going to redress also.
He did, yeah. I like Hoffman's message before he started racing. No speed, no setup, no idea.
But he's not rage quit yet.
No, not yet. Give him time.
Was that another slowdown, Tony?
Must be.
Wow. Yeah, he fell way back. I know iRacing is just kind of reset the zones on Spa. They ought to work on this one too. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Not ridiculous if you stay within the track limits.
Yeah, Clyde.
Yeah, sorry, Grandad.
And to be fair, they all have the same ones. You're absolutely correct.
For those viewing at home, myself and Clyde disagree on track limits.
Yeah, Pete doesn't think there should be any because he's never on the track. He's always off the track.
I was waiting for something. In my opinion, they wouldn't make those rumble strips, bits of concrete, bits of painted concrete, etc. if they didn't want you to drive on them.
And I still say, as long as one of your wheels is on that white line, you're within track limits. But if you're going to go 4 wheels past a painted line that denotes the edge of the track, then that's track limits.
Well, I agree with that, but some of these are a little more tough than that.
Yeah, the version of Spa without the adjustment, you could get 2 wheels onto something that wasn't grey tarmac, and you would get a slowdown and a 1x penalty.
Yeah.
Again, just to throw the argument open again, everybody knows it.
It's true. You're right.
So why push it? It's like in Formula One where they say at this race you will get penalised for track limits on turn 9. Everybody knows it, yet they still go over it and then they complain when they lose their lap.
Yeah. I don't have a comeback for that. I wish I did.
And some other series, I'm not sure I can remember which ones, but I think it's V8 Supercars actually in Australia, they warn them of track limits a couple of times before they penalize them, which is kind of interesting too.
Wobbly has got the only message I've seen from him in at least 6 weeks, and I think I've only known him for about 8 weeks. He says bits of concrete are there for using. That's why I take a really good look at walls from time to time.
There you go.
I think they should line the sides of tracks with landmines.
I knew that was coming. You've said that before.
Nobody would get off tracks then.
Well,
Here comes Joe into the corner. Oh, he's gone.
I think you would still get the off tracks, but you get less complaints about it.
I mean, it'd be like a Mad Max series, wouldn't it? You could get up alongside somebody and nudge them off the track and watch them blow up. Right, what's Vincent done here?
Locked up.
Oh,
Nearly. Yep, and he did. Yep.
Baby.
oh,
There goes
how
Tony.
did Tony miss it. I want to see that from Tony's cockpit.
Yeah, that'd be class. Yeah, that'd be brilliant. We'll be bopping around the corner and then there's a car right in front of us. Here we go.
Oh,
Next car back, please, Sam.
There we go.
That's a lot of curb. Ooh.
whoa!
In fairness, he did see it from a
Yeah.
long way back, didn't he? So
He did. That is hard to handle. Ali Walker Commodore at the minute. Nearly choked on a bit of popcorn though.
yeah, David Alonso was getting a little bit wild there as well.
He's got damage on his left rear.
Looks like Alistair had a slowdown also.
Yeah. Ooh, David's locked up going into turn 1.
And he's locking the brakes big time now.
Yeah. We've seen before and we've experienced before that once you get a bit of damage on these V8s, they want to just kill you on every corner. Get enough damage and it wants to kill you on the straights as well. These are a class apart though, these cars, aren't they? We've said it so many times in so many races. There's no assistance for the driver. If you want to put your foot down too much, then it's at your own peril.
Adam Wright sideways there, just proving the
Very,
point.
yeah. It's just an unforgiving car, Bill. It just wants to murder you on every opportunity. But for that reason, it's addictive, isn't it?
It is, and I think, it proves the point that the fastest cars aren't necessarily the best ones to watch. I mean, these things are rapid, don't get me wrong, but it's not boring. It's toe to toe, heel to heel. It's really great racing, and that's the way it should be, in my opinion.
I agree as well. See, Sam, you're a bit of an enigma here because you like the high downforce cars as well as liking driving the V8s, don't you?
Yeah, in different circumstances. I like the high downforce cars, like the LMP2s. But to be fair, only in endurance racing, you have a lot of hours behind the wheel. Where these cars in sprints condition like this is just awesome, because you can try to push the car very hard, and it's very hard to master as well, as you just said. So yeah, it's pretty different, and it's what I love about them. Very different, ask different things from you, and if you can drive a V8, you can drive anything on iRacing, basically.
Yeah, lots of people have said it. It gave me a massive education, even though I'm still rubbish. I think a lot of it is to do with kit, because I have noticed that since I've had better pedals and a better wheel,
You've got worse.
I haven't got worse.
You was last.
I was third from last, I'll have you know. No, it depends which race though, of course, doesn't it?
I don't think it's down to kit. I think it's down to talent.
Well, yes, you do need that as
Lack of
well.
it.
But the kit does make you safer. That's where I was going with it. I don't crash as much as I used to. Ish.
Well, with
I should
better
show
wheels
off
and better
some-
pedals, you control more your car because you get more feedback and more accurate
Yeah.
feedback.
I
That's
feel
the
a
thing.
blooper reel coming on tomorrow. Pete, I don't crash as much as I used to, Bingham.
Yeah, in a wall, upside down. It's gonna be class. So yeah, it's just for those viewers watching. Tomorrow we're racing as well, or I am rather. Well, racing is probably an extreme version of the truth. In the TCR, where are we again? Nürburgring, aren't we?
We are.
I have done some practice. I have crashed in practice. Here we go. Adam on Miro, is that? No, on Kenzie, sorry. Got my
Now,
red and white cars mixed up, sorry.
Now, Nuremberg tomorrow, is that the Louis Catouche course they're going to use, or what?
It's the little one, yeah.
Yeah, Kerr's and a ding dong or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha, yep. Joe Papadone corner, yeah, got it.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to be great. It's going to be mental. And as Clyde said before we started broadcasting, you're better off starting at the back and just avoiding all the crashes. You'll still win. Ooh, that's a lot of wall.
Oh boy, it took some paint
Oh
off.
no! Don't hit the. Oh,
Wow.
Good stop. I mean, that
Actually,
car's going to
that-
be a beast to control at the minute.
Well,
Look at it.
that car stopped better going sideways than it does going forwards.
It sure did.
Perhaps that's where we're going wrong.
I reckon it's where I'm definitely going wrong. So Kenzie's not that happy about getting overtaken. He's wanting that back.
Yeah, it's a great battle between these two. It's gone on lap after lap after lap, hasn't it?
Yeah,
They've been associates this whole race, haven't they?
really have. And they're dropping Nikolai now. He was crawling up on the back of these guys, if you remember.
Yep, I do remember.
Adam was desperate to get the power down out of the,
Every corner,
the
though.
hairpin.
Now,
Because
we
that's where
are.
Kenzie got the run on him last time, wasn't it?
Yeah, we must be approaching last lap now.
I think we are. Oh, that's a good move by Kenzie.
It
Wow.
certainly is. He's going to make that stick. Yes.
Yes, he has.
And he's got himself a gap.
Although, does he want to be in front on the last lap?
I wouldn't, but then I wouldn't be there. Car 11 has got himself an absolutely
Whoa!
massive
Kenzie was
lead.
wide there.
Here we go. Has Adam got a run? No, he hasn't, has he? So car 11's got a 12.7 second lead through not making the mistakes that Tony and Vincent have behind him.
Adam's very smart, staying close, find his opportunity, and try to get back around Kenzie.
That was me headbutting my microphone.
You head-butted your microphone?
Yeah, I was reaching for my popcorn.
Oh, okay. Car 11 way out in front.
Yep. Just the chicane wall of champions to go.
Whoa!
That's hilarious.
Yet
But it-
another win for car 11.
I thought
Yeah.
he was gonna try to bicycle across the finish line there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's got to be now.
Yeah, Mr. 80% is going to come home second.
Yeah.
Adam obviously didn't get the run.
Vincent Skill back in third. Kenzie Newhoff fourth. Adam Wright fifth. Nikolai Bogotyra in sixth. Robert Woodhull.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Good.
Oh, that was so close to a crash. So, Clyde, we need to work out the total time that Chris Jackson took to win the race. Work out how long it took Tony to do it. Add on 20% worth of benefit to Tony and see if he would have actually beaten Chris. And then figure out in the interview afterwards, would he have actually beaten him? And then ask him. And when he said no, because Chris is really good, well, in that case, you're sandbagging.
Good call.
Folks, that's not a barbecue. That's Car 11 doing
Yeah.
burnouts.
Bill's not on the track, so it can't be a barbecue.
Nope.
There's a lot of like dented cars around. What are these two doing?
That's how baby Holdens are made.
I'm gonna say something like that. Yours was better than what I had in my head, though.
Right, guys, it's that time where I disappear and
Yeah, of course.
get the next session ready to rumble. So I shall leave you to it to talk through the results.
Yeah. So,
Alrighty.
what was that?
I said maybe Clyde needs a reverse wheel first.
Oh, he does. Yes. How do we know who's doing what? But anyway, your race results for the first of our races tonight, round 8 at Montreal. Chris Jackson was your winner for NQRA. Tony Klusterman came home second for NQRB, followed by Vincent Skilbeck in third for Wheelie Bins. Fourth was Kenzie Neowolf for Team Down Under. Fifth was Adam Wright for BSTV Esports Green. Then we had Nikolai Bogatyrev in sixth for Don't Bug Me Racing. Rob Woodhouse for Concord Racing finished seventh. Eighth was Jamie Wilson for Team Chimera. Ninth was Ant Woodward for NQRB. Frederick Van Eekhoven was 10th for Team Down Under. Miro Hresky for PCS finished 11th. 12th was Ivan Batmans for Track Velocity Racing. David Alonso finished 13th. Ali Walker finished 14th for CSR. And Andrew Hoffman finished 15th for PSR. Spinny wheel, please, Sam. Here we go. Oh, look at that. The finesse, the graphics. It's amazing.
Let's go.
Even Sam's laughing. It's not spinning, Sam. Oh, it is now. Round and round it goes. Where it'll stop, nobody knows, but it might be 10 or
33rd
3.
push, it finally went.
Or 3. So that puts Vincent on pole. So for round 9, we will have Vincent Skilbeck on pole with Tony Kluseman second and Chris Jackson relegated to the second row. So
Tony's going to feel bad. He's starting in the same spot again, huh?
I was just going to say this hardly. I was going to say, so that's exactly the same as the finish of the first round. It's not going to make a great deal of difference, is it? A top 3 reverse, Bill?
No, but it's okay. I thought the first race was brilliant. Had a lot of action in it, a lot of fighting back and forth. Good, clean racing. Really, it was a nice show.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot of battles all the way through the field. I think some of the more surprising things was Jamie Wilson not further forward than he actually ended up finishing. Same for Ant Woodward. He's been kind of middle ground for most of the races, and we know that he can do like top 5s easy because we've seen it in previous seasons, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm not sure how much time Ant puts in anymore. Obviously, it's still interesting to him, but now he's got a little business going, and I don't know if he devotes as much time as he used to.
That's fair enough. Real life does kick in every so often, doesn't it?
Yep, it does. Got a neat little business going too. I tell you, he's done a couple things. Really, he's kind of an entrepreneur. I give him a lot of credit.
Yeah, and I think in the modern age, that's the only way to make big money fast, isn't it?
Yep, you're a controller of your own destiny, basically.
Yeah, and I work for a big company, and you are limited to what that company does and things like that. You're not master of your own destiny, that's for sure. But being a privateer or an entrepreneur, if I had any kind of intellect or skill, I'd probably do that myself, but I don't. So
Yeah, it takes a certain person, you know. It's like working commission jobs, you know. I mean, you rely on sales or whatever to make any money, but see, working for like I did the same thing, but you work for a corporation and they talk about the glass ceiling. Trust me, it is there.
yeah, definitely. Hoffman says, "I blame Clyde. He guilted me into racing." I reckon he probably enjoyed that, Andrew, regardless of whatever happened to put him at the back. He was definitely having a competitive race for some of it.
You know what? He didn't crash out in this one. He kept going. So good
Yeah,
for him.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, too right. And so for race 2, Bill, do you think we'll see a lot of the same, or do you think the pit stops are going to mix things up a little?
Well, that's
bearing in mind, Car 11 did just finish with a 13-second lead.
very interesting question. I really don't know. I don't think the first 3 or 4 cars in the front are going to be much different, but I think the middle ground might be a little bit different. I mean, you might see like you mentioned, Ant Woodward is a lot better driver than he showed. You know, and Miro Hraski's kind of on the cusp of doing something great. He could do a 6th or 7th or 5th or whatever, and a lot of shake-up in the middle, I believe, on this one.
Yeah, and Bob Woodhouse, he's a very, very talented driver. But he ended up dropping 3 positions, and I don't remember him doing anything bad. It's just, it felt like people passed him. And I don't know why, because he's not been like that in previous rounds. Where is he in the league at the minute? Let's have a quick look. Scroll to the top. Racetech Cup. He's quite high. He's in 5th, so I wouldn't expect him to drop out of the top 5 really. And he's dropped 3 places from 4th down to 7th. Very odd.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I think Chris Jackson's in the catbird seat. I mean, he. You know, the 2 guys behind him, of course, we lost. Jeez, terrible. I got a blank. Anyway, the guys that are behind him, the next 3 positions or so, aren't here, and it gives Robert Woodhouse a really good opportunity, maybe to climb up into that top 3 if he can get a good finish on this one.
Yeah, Richard Allsop's not here. Jarek Sebula's not here.
That's right. He's not here either. That's right.
No, yeah, and
you named another one too.
Greg Carr is the other one that's not
Greg
here.
Carr's out for the summer, I guess, because he's daughter sitting this summer. So he kind of alluded that he won't maybe back at the end of the season. So
yeah,
he's kind of out of the points dash there.
So yeah, second race. I think is going to be a battle for the midfield. I hope that Vincent and Tony get on terms with Car 11 better than they did in the first race. They both had their own individual incidents throughout that race. So it'll be interesting to see what they can both do. Kenzie Niewoff as well. We've seen him higher up, haven't we?
Yes, we have. Yep. Yeah, he, you know, again, some of them had difficulties with slowdowns, and you get a couple of those that put you back, and it's not easy to make up time.
Oh, it's true. And particularly on a track as fast as Montreal, you lose a bit of momentum, and the next thing you're facing is a massive straight, and you can't afford to be slow onto those straights because you just get mugged. And I think we saw a lot of that in that race there. We saw Miro particularly getting done over by I think it was Frederick and Ant Woodward. They moved themselves forward there. So did Jamie Wilson, actually. He did move forward. I was surprised by where he started, but I think he's probably been practicing for tomorrow more than he has been for tonight. I think that's what's going on.
Yeah, more than likely.
So just to remind everybody, tomorrow is the ITCR League. We are racing at Nürburgring. Well, I'm participating. And it's going to be a brilliant race with multiple cars. 31 entries so far. Hopefully they'll all turn up for race 1, and it'll be just chaos.
Yeah, we've had a couple of test sessions. It's going to be our first live one, and it's really going to be. I think it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be a lot of fun for you guys, really. Anybody who shows up with their heart on their sleeve is going to be in trouble, because there's going to be a little bit of what should I say, nerfing here and there, I would think, but.
Think so. 20-minute races, they invite people to put their cars where they shouldn't, it has to be said. And I think tomorrow's going to be no different at all. Some of the guys that are racing in this league, like Jamie Wilson, for instance, and Adam Wright, are racing in that.
You know, I wouldn't be a bit surprised, though, if you see pretty clean racing. I mean, you're going to have a little bumpy bumps, but that really... I mean, when you got 4 or 5 cars in the same spot, it's going to happen. But I don't think you're going to see any violent taking anybody out or any of that kind of stuff. I don't think you're going to see that.
No, I don't either. So the session is now launched. I'm just loading into it. Excuse me. This series goes next to the Nürburgring for an endurance race. That'll be on August 7th, so there's a fairly big break, over a month before the next series event. It's not the...
It's not the Nordschleife, is it?
No, it's not the Nordschleife. It's the WEC BES.
Okay, yeah.
Which is their endurance track, so it should be a great event. Hopefully we'll get more participation for that. Everybody's joining the session at the minute as I'm talking, so that's good. And then round 11 of this series and round 12 are at Mosport, which will be great for these cars. Mosport's a fantastic track.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
So, Bill, what do you think anybody's got to do in order to stop Car 11 from dominating?
Well, I don't know. I certainly don't have an answer for that. I have no idea. He's really done his homework. He's worked hard. He's put a lot of time into it, and you know, he's kind of simplified his act. He really has. I'm kind of in contact with Chris quite a bit, and I mean, I'm kind of sworn to secrecy about a couple of things, but it's nothing fancy. I mean, it's just that he's driving more conservatively. He's driving smoother. He's not taking chances that he doesn't have to take, and he was fast to begin with. He just had a hard time finishing, you know, before. So
Yeah.
That's a lot of it right there. But he's put a lot of time and effort into it. You know, between studying setups and all that other stuff, and he's done a great job. That was a absolute brilliant race with him and Foggy last time, though. That was wonderful to see those two guys going at it.
Yeah, that was good.
That's what I'm talking about. That was great. That was absolutely great.
So we've got live footage of Woody's feet at the minute, or rather his pedals, because his feet aren't in view. Apparently, Ant's also bought a BSTV hoodie, and rightly so. Everybody should have one. So make sure you get onto the. Oh, there he is, waggling his feet about. So famous feet. Clyde will be getting all horny right now.
Oh yeah, he'll be.
Well, I've literally just got back, and I now have an empty bladder and a full glass.
Is your full glass full of your empty bladder?
I knew you were going to ask him that. I
It
knew
does
it.
actually look like it, yes.
Oh, goodness.
Cider. That's hilarious.
Cider in, cider out.
Yeah.
Yes, but why is it you put 1 pint in and 11 pints come out?
Yeah, isn't that something, huh?
It's a diuretic, isn't it? So it's exponential. Liquid increasing.
If only they could work electricity like that.
Yeah, that'd be handy, wouldn't it?
Or petrol would be nice.
Yep.
Then just take more tax.
Probably.
Do we still pay purchase tax on fuel? We do, don't we? In the UK.
Yes.
It's such a crime. Oh dear, terrible. So there's all sorts of different taxes in the UK, as I'm sure there are in other countries as well. One of the more brutal ones being purchase tax, which I think it basically got banned, didn't it, Clyde, off everything else, and they still kept it on fuel. Very strange. I am now going to also fill a glass from my bladder. I've decided, so I'll be back shortly.
It's all yours, Clyde. I'm in the same boat. Be right back.
Okay. So that is the downside of commentating with Billy Weak Bladders. So what do you reckon here, Sam? I've got this feeling that with Vincent starting up top, followed by Tony, followed by car 11, providing all three get away in the same order, I'm expecting a fairly early multi-21 between Tony and car 11. What do you reckon?
Maybe. Do they guys used to do that? Or do they race each other? I think they like to race each other and have fun. So
But
we'll see. But they will surely not, get Vincent's go away. That's sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, would Tony stroke Chris risk a coming together or slowing each other down and letting Vincent get away?
Yeah, I don't think so. They will let him go. I think the goal will be to try to pass Vincent as soon as they can. If they can. Because, yeah, Vincent is quite hard to pass, I think.
So this time, folks, it is a 60-minute race. Cars are fuel limited at 75%, so they will have to do a stop. As Pete was saying before race one, pit window should open up around lap 18, and the cars should, in theory, do about 24 laps on a full tank. Not a massive pit window, but not a tiny pit window. So expect drivers to be doing something different. As I said before race one, whoever is in second place, I feel they should do the exact opposite to whatever the leader's doing. To give them a chance, but we'll see. We do get some very interesting tactical battles sometimes in this series, which is good. Drivers have got about another 30 seconds or so in this 10-minute warm-up session, and then we will start the gridding process for the feature race.
And I am back.
And I am as well. So, but because I already know, Bill, what is Ant Woodward's business called?
Wild Rides.
Wild Rides. And what do they do?
Motorized bicycles, I believe.
Cool stuff. So make sure you go and visit that.
We do have a message from Stacey on the chat, but I'm not doing shout outs because we wasn't invited to the barbecue.
This is true, yeah. No shout outs if we've not got food. Providing food was available. Right, so
unless it was a vegetarian barbie.
Well, that's not a real thing. Anyway, so your starting positions for round 9 feature race. 1 hour of Montreal. Vincent Skilbeck off first for wheelie bins. Tony Klusterman off second for NQR. Third is Chris Jackson for NQR-A. Then we've got Kenzie Neerwolf in fourth. Fifth is Adam Wright. Sixth is Nikolai Bogotyrev. Bob Woodhouse in seventh. Jamie Wilson in eighth. Ninth is Adam Woodward. Frederick van Eekhoven, sorry, in 10th. I'm just making it up again now. 11th is Miro Rasky.
Lights.
And the rest of the field.
Everybody else is last.
And it's green.
Oh, it looked like a good start there from Tony. Going to go outside, then inside. I think he's going to get that done.
Possible. It's not done yet, though, I don't think.
Chris is trying to go through the same hole, but thinks better of it.
Yeah, Vincent's fallen in. Adam's done well there.
Ooh,
Chris!
no, Adam's done well, and then no, it wasn't Adam, it was Bob Woodhouse. I just see something green in the background.
Yep.
It's a 1 hour race, and you think they were driving for 15 minutes.
1 lap, that's it.
Yeah. Largely, though, everybody's away okay.
Yeah, let's do a shout out to Nick, Mark, and Noah. Enjoying the barbecue with Stacey. Stacey now owes us donuts, by the way.
All right, that's good. I like donuts. I'm a big donut fan. What's this?
This is the Bob Woodhouse thing.
So this is going to be leaving the left-hander. He's going to over-rotate the car. There we go.
Easy to do on lap 1. Well, easy to do on any lap, but even worse on lap 1.
Just on the other side of the wall there is all the parts of my cars that I've left behind there.
And probably a charcoal pit from the last time Bill raced here.
Yeah. Oh, look at Jamie. He's basically pushing
on Frederick.
Yeah. Oh, was that a nudge on Freddie?
Yeah, I think it was a slight touch.
Yep, definitely. And he's going to cut back here and dive down the inside, possibly. Yeah, he's done it.
He made that look very easy, didn't he?
I think Freddie made it easy.
Now Woodward's getting interested. Or interested, should I say. Woodward's never interesting.
Whoa! God,
didn't hit the wall.
Miracle.
Barely, maybe. Just barely. I don't know. Oh.
How he didn't hit anything at all is beyond me. His car looks new.
Stealth Mustang.
Yeah. Watch this.
I don't think there was any contact, was there?
I don't think so either.
No,
he's
just
rotated.
We just need that to happen to Miro now, because then we can rename him Miracle Hrasky.
That's class. Stacey is obviously very, very posh because she's
I'm not even talking to her anymore. No.
Well, she's ordered an ice cream van to go directly to the house.
Yeah.
Who does that? Oh, look at that! That's a cut corner.
That's a slow down, isn't it? It's gotta be.
That's Alistair Walker. I think. Is it? Yeah.
And Bob Woodhouse is manually disconnected, unfortunately.
Oh. Well, that's surprising. This is now a race with a free repair.
Yeah, he's wished the rest of the guys luck.
I think that's called a rage quit, right?
Yeah.
But he was on his own doing it. Yeah.
We've been there.
Something that amazed me in these leagues, and we've been part of it, it's that battle for the last spot. It's the same as the first spot in the field, you know?
That's right.
They're just battling the same, and they're still as fair as the pro are, which is great.
Yep.
And to be fair to these drivers, you know, with people missing watching football, having barbecues, whatever they're doing, there's big points or bigger points on the table this week to what these guys normally get.
Yep. I mean, what you're looking at here, believe it or not, is the battle for 10th place.
Yeah.
Further forward now, obviously, with Vincent Skill back in the shot.
Yeah, and Chris Jackson has got past Vincent.
Oh, we missed that.
So, you know,
But the magic of replays.
Yeah,
Ooh,
insert
Wiggly.
Eye of the Tiger
yeah,
song.
Vincent had a wiggle, didn't he, into the hairpin.
Too much brake.
Made
All
that
right.
very easy for car 11.
Yeah. You don't want to be hammering the brake in this car, do you? You want to... It's just like it is with the gas pedal. You want to fear it, you know, tickle it rather than stamp on it.
you got to pretend there's about 3 or 4 uncooked eggs under that accelerator pedal.
Yeah. My car would stink if that was the case.
Yours? You ain't the only one, pal.
Whoa, Ivan!
Oh, baby.
Another one that's... Oh, no, he did.
He just kind of trudged the wall a little bit.
I think he just nudged it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. These cars act a bit like tinfoil at the minute, though, the ones that are on the new damage model.
Oh,
hang on.
Adam
No!
Wright as well.
We're not paying him, are we?
No.
Good.
Well, at least not anymore.
Another one that's gone round at turn 3.
Yeah. Didn't hit anything. But he's at the... whoop.
When he's under pressure now from Alistair Walker.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with himself, Adam.
No. There's Jamie trying to do on Woodward.
And I think that's the other way round. Ant has just done Jamie.
Oh, sorry, right.
I think that was Jamie trying to come back.
I think Jamie's saving himself for tomorrow.
And just looks like he's mashing all the pedals at once.
Yeah.
You know, he's doing it proper, too, just like real. And rather than, you know, using, like, paddle shifters and all that other stuff, he's doing exactly the way they do it in real life. That makes it a hell of a lot tougher, I'll tell you. It really does.
That's why a lot of people do it, though, isn't it? They really want a sim race, as in as opposed to winning, if that makes sense.
Is that your excuse, Pete?
No, I'm just shit at both. I'd like to do one, but can't do the other. So, car 11 has caught Tony Kloosterman now.
He's been, Chris has been a little patient to try to get by everybody, which shows how he's changed. Years ago, he would have been all over him in the first lap.
Yeah, hence his name, Crash Jackson.
Yep.
I'm just wondering if, you know, he's got a massive lead in the championship. Anybody that was basically going to try and take the championship away has dropped too many points already, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you think Chris might just go, there you go, old 80%, have a win?
No.
I'll tell you another thing. Knowing Tony the way I do, he'd have nothing to do with that either. Let me tell you. He couldn't win the right way, he wouldn't do it.
Big shout out to Noah, who's with Stacey.
I wonder if the Granby where he lives is better than the one where you guys know about over there in the UK.
What's that?
He lives in a town called Gransby or something like that. I think that's what it is. I wonder if that's nicer than the Gransby in the UK. Don't you have a West Gransby over there?
I don't know. Do we have that? That's
Never
not one
heard
that
of
I
it.
know. No,
Okay, sorry.
we got Grimsby where everyone smells of fish.
That's a Grimsby. That's it. You're right.
I think the Canadian Grimsby could be better than the British Grimsby.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Okay.
Oh!
Wow!
Oh, dearie me.
My goodness! It was like,
Yeah.
let me climb inside your car going around this corner. Wow!
I think they straightened each other up, and then I
Yeah,
thought Miro was going to thread the needle.
He said, "Wow, look at this." Yeah.
I'm going to go for another shout out to Noah, just in case he didn't get spotted before. He was playing on Martin's sim when we tried it the first time, so
Here we go. Again.
good evening, Noah.
Probably setting faster times than Martin.
Well, yeah.
Bob Woodhouse said he got a 32-second jump start penalty,
Wow.
then dropped it into the wall. Not my best race start.
Oh, dear.
Pete,
Stupid.
don't worry, Pete's had worse.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. Oh, no, no,
Look at
no,
that.
boys.
That's a
Same one, replay.
Sorry. It just makes me cringe. Anyway.
Pete sat there wondering how the two cars can have exact same accident lap after lap.
Yeah. No, I'm not, because I've done that a few times.
Technology, Pete. Technology.
Yeah.
Oh, Hoffman's rage quit.
Oh, is he? No, he has.
Ah,
Normality has been resumed.
what happened here? I
World
must have
champion.
Wall of
Goodness.
Champions. No.
No. Just had enough.
Needs a poo.
Yeah. Having a foggy. It must be a massive one though if he's had to quit for it. It's like 50 minutes left.
It might have already started.
Well, like a Turtle's Head sort of thing.
Yeah.
Gin cloth.
So,
Oh, no, no, no.
Ah.
That's how we do that.
I'd like to see that again.
Yeah. What's that?
I just
What
wanted
do you-
to see how far
in?
Miro was up alongside.
Aha, right.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
convinced that's Miro's fault.
I don't think it is either. I think he was in a good position.
Yeah. Sorry, Ant, but I think that one was a racing incident.
Yes. And if Stacy had invited Clyde to the barbecue, he might have gone the other way.
Yep. R11 is faster than you.
Yeah.
Is not.
That's a multi F off, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, go around, you big baby.
I'd have been like, if he's that much faster, he can pass me on track then, right?
No, you would think so, wouldn't you? Yeah. What's all that smoke in the distance there? What the heck's going on? over
Yeah,
there?
what is that?
Probably just a lock tyre into that turn.
Boy, that was a lot of
very,
smoke.
very easy to do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they've changed the smoke model now as well. So,
Oh, that's right.
in certain circumstances, it is like a wall of. Well, it's like a brick wall. You can't see through it at all. It's bizarre.
You lock a tire and it's like a forest fire. Yeah.
Yeah, there it goes.
There you go.
Oh, who's that? It's Tony.
It's Tony.
Wow.
Oh dear. So he's now down in 5th. He's got
there's-
quite a long way to make up now. Sorry, Bill.
No, that's okay.
Why is Miro on his own so much? Did I miss something?
Yeah, he's in the middle of nowhere, isn't he?
But he was in thick. Oh, hang on. Is this it?
It's a replay.
It's Frederick behind him.
Oh, he's just pulled over. Slow down.
Yeah.
Oh, last minute one as well.
Yeah, he's
I've
left
done that before.
real late, hasn't he? Yeah.
I've done that. I've cruised around a lap thinking, I've got 37 seconds. That'll come off because I'm really slow. And you look up again and you're like, what do you mean I've got 1 second left?
Lock the brakes, quick.
Yeah, it really is like that as well. Honestly, who gets their own ice cream van? Crazy.
Very posh people.
Yeah. It's probably that posh whippy stuff as well, you know, not the stuff that you can put windows through with.
Be surprised what they get up to at Jeffrey's Towers.
I can remember an ice cream truck at a certain occasion. I was at the UK, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
You were probably too drunk to remember, but there was one there.
Is that like as drunk as with the chili dogs at Volusia?
Oh, God. That guy wasn't really fond of English people till Clyde came by, let me tell you. I'm kidding.
And then he was buying an extension the next day because of the amount of chili dogs he sold to Clyde.
Oh, boy.
Missed them this year.
Yeah, it's a shame. That's a good time, I'll tell you. It really is.
So, Chris Jackson is your race leader at the minute by 3.7 seconds over.
Wally is Kenzie Newhoff in second.
No pit stops have happened.
Slow down for Vincent somewhere.
Must be. Maybe there. That was rather a lot of curb,
Yeah.
yep.
There it is.
Brake lights on.
Adam is now onto the back of Jamie Wilson. Jamie Wilson is 2 positions up from the start, and Adam Wright is 2 positions down from his start position.
Yeah, well, they had that coming together, didn't they? And I watched it for a little while, and Jamie pulled away, but Adam seems to be fighting back now.
Yeah. Sorry, I was watching Anne Woodward going sideways through turn. What's that? 8, 9, 9. He's got a lot of scrapes down the left-hand side. Left-hand side of that car. Whoa, jeez. Freddie going sideways now with too much gas.
That's the trouble, isn't it? If you stay tight at that hairpin.
Yep.
Yeah, you got too much lock on the wheels.
Yeah,
haven't you?
you've really got to open the steering up as you come out and use all that track on the left-hand side.
And that there was a good example of Ivan getting in too hot into the corner and taking it too shallow, which meant he pulled right onto the back of David Alonso, who was in front of him. But then David just managed to pull away because his wheels were set better and he had a more sweeping approach to the hairpin. That's something I'm trying to work on at the minute, other than not crashing.
Whoa.
Yeah, I thought that looked a bit weird.
Jamie looked a little tight on that one.
Adam's definitely trying this. No, backed out. Jamie's got damage to the right front. It must have been that coming together right at the start, mustn't it? He'll get that served, or fixed rather, in his pit stop. We're on lap 12. We've got at least 6 laps before people can even start to pit and make it to the end. We're a third of the way through the race, nearly. We're still battling all over the place. This is your closest battle on track at the moment. Otherwise, it's David Alonso and Ivan Batman's right at the back.
You know, I was just thinking about Jamie Wilson. Isn't it funny? Every time we watch a race with him in it, it always seems like he's got somebody he's fighting with all the time. I mean, he's never out there on his own. You ever noticed that?
Yeah. It used to be Wayne Sanderson.
Yep.
Now it's Adam. And yes, he's always got a friend to race with, hasn't he? Here we go with that with Ivan. He's going to do this on speed.
David Alonso.
That's a lot of curb.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a lot of curb.
I don't know about that one.
Slow down.
Here we go. Yep.
You called it, Bill.
All that time trying to overtake and then throw it away.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd like to say I've never done that either, but I have. These two are fairly balanced in this car, aren't they?
They really are.
I think at the moment, at this stage of the race, I think Adam is quicker than Jamie, but Jamie's a wily old fox. We've seen it so many times with him.
Yeah, and he has got damage, so that'll be playing into it. He'll be making this particular overtake as tough as possible. They're both sideways, so I think they're going to be equal all the way down the straight, to be honest. I think.
Yeah, but this is going to be Adams.
On track position, yes. And yes, he's giving it over now. I don't think he's got enough straight to get alongside him again, or has he?
Yeah, Jamie managed to duck in and get some toe, didn't he?
No!
Oh!
And round he goes. I bet he enjoyed it, even though he went round.
Yeah.
Has he reversed into the wall?
That was a hell of a try, I gotta say.
He managed to get away with no damage.
I think so, yes.
What the hell?
Well, we know Jamie lives with the Angels, you know that.
Yeah, that never happens to me. I'd have had no car.
No, you get 32-minute repairs and stuff. I know.
Yeah.
Here it is again. Wow.
Oh,
Whoa, boy, I tell you.
It was the first one that done him, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that full lock.
My goodness.
You know where we need to see that from Jamie's front bumper.
Yeah, that'd be class. There we
Here
go.
we go.
So into the right-hander, and then there's lots of air there.
Watch
And
how
then-
close this is.
Extreme close-up.
Oh my goodness.
That's brilliant.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I can't believe he didn't hit a thing.
He didn't. He could have hit walls on both sides and
the
Adam.
car. Yeah.
But
Oh, Alistair.
Alistair Walker slings it from one side of the track to the other. Wow.
So clearly somebody's greased the track in the last 5 minutes or something.
Something happened to Vincent as well on that last lap. He's done a 1:40.
Eh? That's like 3 seconds slower than he should be, right?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Replay.
Who's that he's approaching? That's a team down under car. It's
Kenzie.
Kenzie, sorry. We're on with Vincent.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
That's
Oh,
what
he
it
was.
was.
And it was slow down besides.
That is very un-Vincent-like.
Talk about an insult to injury. Huh? You blow the corner and then you got to pay the price too.
Yeah, so Tony Klusterman's drop positions, Vincent Skilbeck's dropping positions. It's all very strange. Ooh, well that's sideways from Miro.
The track could be
Sorry, Bill. Go on.
the track could be getting cooler and getting a little breezier here.
Yeah, that's
we're
true.
we're not far from. We're a couple of laps away now from the pit window opening.
Yes, very close now.
So who's coming first, Clyde? Who do you think?
If it was as the race stands now, if I was Kenzie, I would be pitting as soon as possible, unless Chris Jackson does, and then I would be running as long as possible.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
But Kenzie's got nothing. I mean this in the nicest possible way, but I don't think Kenzie's got anything for pace with Chris Jackson. So to stand any chance, he's got to do it on tactics.
Yeah, well, I tell you, it'd be really nice if we could pull in a second place position today. That would help a lot. And there's Nikolai Bogatyrov soldiering along as usual.
Yep.
He's in 5th place behind Tony Klusman.
Well, he's actually caught Tony.
Yeah, I was going to say he's done a good job of keeping it.
Whoa!
Wow! No. Turn it to the right, please, Freddie. There you go. You're away again. No harm.
Ivan Batmans and David Alonso again.
Again. But this time with Alistair Walker taking advantage of a possible slowdown from David Alonso. No, it's just locking it up. Yeah, I was going to say, Nikolai's doing a great job of keeping it clean again, isn't he? And gaining points from finishing in a reasonable position.
As we've seen, haven't we, from the last few seasons? I think we say it every race, don't we?
Yeah.
That probably you could argue that since the league started, Nikolai is by far the most improved driver.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Yeah, I'd third that one.
Yeah, Chris Jackson obviously has improved a lot, but
Somebody just came in the pits. Who was that?
that was Tony
Tony.
Klusman.
Okay, Tony. All right.
But yeah, Nikolai from where he started to what he can do with the car now is absolutely phenomenal, and just proves that if you stick with it and don't do your rage quits and things like that, he's there, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yep. And we've mentioned it several times before. He's a finisher. Very seldom. I can't remember when he's ever fallen out of a race, to be honest.
Yeah. He's in that position. I say he's not one of the top boys yet, but he's got himself to that place that if some calamity happens up the front, he's going to be in the right place at the right time to take a win.
Exactly.
So Adam Wright and Ant Woodward in as well.
And Alistair Walker and David Alonso fighting it out here. And it looks like that's Tony back out on the track.
Yeah, he's come back in a nasty position there,
Yeah,
isn't he?
not
Right behind the battle.
Ooh, we got a lot of curb there as well. He's
Got
done that.
last one.
Yeah.
Right, come on, Kenzie, come in. Vincent's in.
That looked like a desperate stop.
That was, wasn't it? Kenzie stayed out. So, Vincent is playing the tactical game.
Whoa!
Oh,
no.
Wow. Except for David Alonso, there was no place he could go that time.
No, and Alistair Walker's made his car look identical to how it looked in the first race.
You mean perfect?
Wasn't it the other side in the first race?
Oh, no,
though?
you're right, yeah. It's like a mirror image. I think he'll be pitting immediately. As there is... Oh, I thought David Alonso would as well, because he's got damage now. There we
It's
go.
like an alternate universe.
Yeah. Or a parallel one.
Yeah, so Jamie Wilson is in as well.
Well, Chris Jackson's not going to come in. You're right, Clyde. I think Kenzie should come in.
I think Kenzie should have been in last lap.
Yeah, I do. Interesting to see what.
Oh,
Chris does.
Oh, that's a hit.
A little tank slapper.
And Kenzie has come in, and Chris has stayed out.
Yeah, there you go.
Damage on the right hand side of that car now. No way he's getting any pay for that. The sponsor's been rubbed off.
Nikolai's in. Frederick's in. Moves Miro up to second.
Yeah, albeit temporarily.
Well,
Kenzie's
Miro's,
leaving now.
Kenzie's
Miro's
on his way out
praying
again.
for red flags.
Well, if he paid enough, we can.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Miro, you know the PayPal.
We can be bought.
David Alonso really should pit the car. It's got quite a lot of front end damage on it.
It's actually square, isn't it? The front.
Yeah, it's flattened a little bit. Yeah.
About as aerodynamic as a tractor at the moment.
Really.
Car 11 round again. Now, everybody seems to have pitted for around about a minute. And Miro is 45 seconds behind, so there's no threat there because Miro's got a pit again anyway. But Kenzie is, what is that, 46? 52 seconds behind him, 53 seconds now. I don't know why, but I feel like Kenzie's going to be very close to Chris when he finally does pit.
Oh yeah, Miro's pitted.
Oh, right. Jamie taking the very extremely tight line through there in order to pass Freddie.
And Ivan Batmans and who is it? David Alonso haven't stopped yet, as well as Chris Jackson, of course.
A lot of curb from Freddie there in the background.
Chris Jackson's in.
Right, so this is going to be fairly interesting.
Okay, this is when we see how it shakes out.
Yeah, because we've seen the undercut done many times in the V8. And I'm wondering whether we're going to see it again and see Chris Jackson get put under some pressure now. And there he goes.
It's on his way. He's gonna beat him out, looks like.
Yeah, by a mile. That
Wow.
was very close with Alistair Walker.
A hell of a pass. He got out ahead of Vincent, though. Spielbeck. That's Kenzie Newhoff.
Yeah. By like 9 seconds.
And Nikolai Bogatrov running along in 5th.
Yeah, doing a great job of keeping
really
it clean
is.
and fast. Yeah.
He really is.
Lost some ground to Tony though, hasn't he?
Yeah, a
After
little
that
bit.
round of pit
Oh, hang on.
stops.
That's Freddie giving a slowdown away. Yeah, he is, but he's closing on Tony little bit by little bit at the minute. Whether that's because Tony's getting new tyres up to temperature, I'm not sure. Would you be taking tyres? I'm sure you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
In this car.
This car eats tires.
Yeah.
And obviously they fuel and tyre at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, you're not really losing any time by putting tires on because it takes that long to fuel it anyway.
Oh, 35 minutes in, 25 minutes to go. Ivan Batman's finally picked.
Yeah, he's done well to string it out. But still not at the end of the fuel window, as far as I'm aware.
No, I think we've just got David Alonso now to come in, haven't we? In his tractor.
Yeah. Stylish looking tractor in the council colours, that's for sure. Yeah, this Frederick van Eekhoven, he's got quite a lot of speed, hasn't he? He's just made a couple of mistakes along the way and spun it here and there, or not spun it as much as lose control of it.
Circumstances have kind of put him out of contention at the moment.
Yeah.
That's all part of the learning curve in this car, isn't it?
Sure is.
It really is, yeah. I think we've all been through this, and I never recovered from it, to be honest. And he's closing in on Miro again. It's about what happens when you get in that slipstream situation where you end up with no downforce at the front of the car, and how you brake into corners, especially fast ones and into slow corners like this. Because the car wants to switch around. You had to bail on the end of that bit of braking zone there. It's quite a technical car to get a mastery of, isn't it? Because look at the gap that he's lost there.
You gotta drive this thing with kid gloves. You can't be aggressive with this car; it'll bite you.
David Alonso is in the pits, last car to pit that we know of, unless somebody had made a boo-boo.
Which is not unheard of.
Not unheard of, but highly unlikely looking at the pit lane times.
Yeah, they're all fairly even, aren't they? There's some very long pit lane times. What would cause that? Like 1 minute and 6 seconds versus 58 point something.
Speeding, maybe?
No, I
it's
don't
not
think
long
so.
enough, is it?
No, you usually get like a 25-second
Yeah,
stop
okay.
and hold or something. 40 seconds for a pit lane entry infraction. It's just odd to have 7 seconds between stops.
Yeah. Maybe in and out of pit road efficiently. Some people can be right on the cusp, where some people leave a little bit of time. I don't know, just guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Vincent left any time, did he?
No.
I just saw a message flash across my stream from Carl Hardy saying hello to us.
Awesome. Good evening, Carl.
I hope Carl's all tuned up for tomorrow night. It's going to be a biggie, Carl.
Yes, I have it on good authority that any of the result drivers that don't finish on the podium will face the sack.
Yeah, so Miro getting under more and more pressure from Freddie van Eekhoven. What were you going to say, Clyde?
Well, totally off topic, but just about the result, boys. I think I am in their neck of the woods late next week, so I might arrange a coffee stop.
And collect money, right?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Well, you can always tell a Chimera car. They've had that paint scheme forever, I think.
Ooh, he was wild in the background there.
Oof.
Yeah, he certainly was. It's not the first time either. He's been hitting that first turn curve quite heavily each time.
Alistair Walker's had a crash. He's back in the pits, taking repairs by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's been in there a while as well. 2.5 minutes so far.
Wow.
He's going to be a victim, isn't he, of not switching off his fast repair.
Well, I think he needed it though, didn't he, on the first stop?
Yes, and he got a nice shiny clean car in this view, and then this happened. Oh, that is hard.
Like it got caught on the inside of the curb, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
When he tried to yank it back, off she went.
I think that'll have snapped the front axle.
You'll need to see the chiropractor too. Holy cow.
You say the chiropractor?
That too, yeah. Come on, Pete. Play on words there, yeah.
Hey. That's what I do worst. So this is car 11. Who's got himself a 12.5 second lead, if not more now, over Kenzie Neerwoff, who's way back down the road. Another clinic from car 11.
Yeah, no real close battles at the moment.
No. It appears it's getting later in the day in Montreal at the moment. Looks like the sun's kind of low in the sky too.
Yeah, and the track is cooling.
Still showing 18. That's what it was when we started, wasn't it?
That was in the other race.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, this one was higher when we started. I think it was 21 degrees or something.
Okay.
Is it still 21? Alright, it's not gone up at all then.
We're going to get that famous iRacing orange macadam now in a minute too.
Yeah, where the floor really is lava. On board with car 11. Tucks it in close and look at the colour of the tarmac and the blinding light from the low sun in the sky. Tell you what, iRacing have done a great job of things like this, haven't they?
They have, yeah.
I've said this on a number of different broadcasts before, but the shadows on the floor of iRacing always make me giggle, because I was in the race where Clyde was complaining that he was braking at the same point on the track each time and missing his brake point, and he was using a shadow on the track to brake against. And of course, they'd implemented the dynamic time of day at that point, so his brake point kept moving. I was buckled. It was one of the funniest things that happened ever. So into the last chicane, avoid that wall of champions. I'm amazed, right, that these guys are aiming at that curb.
I know it.
Purposefully. I don't understand. If that was me, I'd be over the wall or something.
Yeah.
These cars do ride the curbs well, though, don't they, if they're set up correctly?
Yeah, and if you hit them correctly as well, I think there's a right line to do, isn't there?
Yeah, and if you've got a bit of talent.
Yeah, which is probably the problem with me.
All right, that's where it's full stop for me too.
He doesn't seem to know how to drive it slowly anymore, does he?
He's just cruising around. I don't think he's pushing as hard as he can. It's just nice and smooth and fast. Wow.
Yeah, he's already got the fastest lap of the race by over half a second. Sorry, not... yeah, by over half a second, yeah. Thought I got that wrong for a minute. Oh, no, it doesn't. It's Tony. If I look further down, Tony's got the fastest lap of the race.
Huh.
A 1:35.64 versus Chris Jackson's 1:35.76.
Walker just said he also blew the engine on the way back to the pits.
Ah. Yeah, that'll do it. He's about to catch up with Ivan Batmans, who's going to be put a lap down very shortly. And he's in 11th place, so that tells you how fast Car 11 is actually travelling.
We're just a minute past 3/4 finished with this race. 15, a little less than 15 to go. About 14 minutes to go.
Yeah, Alistair Walker's still in the pits. I don't think we'll see him again, potentially.
So let's have a quick run through those that are still out on track. So car 11 currently leads the way with Kenzie Newhoff in second. Vincent Skilbeck currently running in third, with Tony 80% Klusterman in fourth. Nikolai Bogatyrev, who's dropped a fair bit from Tony now, is in fifth. Adam Wright is in sixth place. And Woodward is currently seventh. Jamie Wilson is eighth. Close-ish behind him is Miro Haraski in ninth. And close to Miro is Frederick van Eekhoven in 10th. Ivan Batmans currently runs 11th, and your last runner on track at the moment is David Alonso in 12th. Alistair Walker has just quit, so he will finish 13th, and earlier quitters was Andrew Hoffman, who will finish 14th, and Bob Woodhouse, who will finish 15th. We've got a smidge over 12 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's gone pretty quick. Jamie Wilson. Is it Jamie Wilson? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got Miro all over him now, hasn't he?
Yeah, and that's a strange situation, really. Whoa. Lots of brake bias issues there. And Jamie's going to be away here again because the wheel spin from Miro was too much. I'm surprised by Miro catching him, to be honest. Well, Jamie still has visible damage, whether that is new damage or the same that we saw before that hasn't been repaired for whatever reason, I don't know. But maybe that is impairing Jamie's performance.
Yeah, I'd like to follow this battle for the whole lap. Because going down to the hairpin there, Jamie's stuck to the left-hand side, as if he wasn't going to fight the hairpin. But then I'm wondering, normally you would think people would go to the inside to defend, but thinking about it, if you go around the outside, you get better traction for the straight. So,
you do, especially out of the hairpin.
Yeah, is he doing it on purpose?
I would think so. Yeah, I mean, he's a wily character, Jamie Wilson. He'll know the most optimal lines through a lot of the corners or corner types. So he'll be trying to optimise his run onto the fast straights. That's going to be a slowdown, I think, for Miro, because that was a lot of wheels over the edge of the track. Maybe not. Although it did look like a lot of car over the edge of the racing line. Jamie keeping it far left, and so is Miro at the minute. Jamie did a bit of a lock up there.
And Freddie's right up there with him as well.
Yeah. It's going to get interesting soon. Or more interesting soon. Jamie's got himself a bit of a lead here, but That's probably optimal for the amount of slipstream that you need, to bridge that gap. I think we'll see them very much closer by the time. Oh dear, what is that?
I think he just.
What is that?
I think he had a tyre on the grass.
Oh right, because that was a straight line crash, if you know what I mean. You don't see many of those. You used to, but not so much anymore. Usually it's now due to brake bias issues and stuff. So that relieves the pressure off Miro and means he can focus more exclusively on Jamie.
Which he certainly is inside the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, this could take all the way to the end. I don't see any other battles on track that are going to be as close as this unless someone makes a mistake. Miro quite slow through that last corner.
So she's just saying that she's free for commentary tomorrow. Who else is on? It'll be me for definite. Sam will be on the cameras.
I'll be here.
Bill will be here. Don't know about Yaz. Is Yaz racing? I don't think so.
I don't think he is. Tyler will be sat cross-legged in some national park somewhere in America.
Yeah, Yaz isn't in the series, so there's a possibility that he'll be there. So, we said there weren't going to be any other close battles, but...
Yeah, I've just seen it. This one.
Nikolai back with Tony.
I'm better on the brakes into the hairpin than Tony, which is very unusual. Not that Nikolai's better, but that Tony is usually better than that. And Nikolai's in the perfect distance here. 0.7 of a second back to get the maximum amount of tow. You'll draw him right up to the back of him by the end of Casino Straight. He's taken a 10th out of him just in that straight. Good handful of curb there.
Yeah.
It's slowed him down actually. He's lost 2 or 3 tenths. This is the other battle that we were watching. It's a bit broken up now. Miro's tyres, I think, may have gone. That's something else that Jamie's very, very good at, is nursing tyres.
If I was you, Pete, I wouldn't even turn up tomorrow now.
How's that?
You've just been cursed.
Oh, Stacey, what have you done? Telling me that I'm going to do well, that's just... Might as well just... Yeah. Tony is now putting the hammer down and trying to extend that gap out. I think he must have had some sort of incident, Clyde.
Yeah, possibly another slowdown or something.
Yeah.
Although Nikolai's last lap was over 2 seconds slower than Tony's.
So that has to be a slowdown, doesn't it? Nikolai's not going to suddenly drive 2 seconds slower. Oh no, because Tony's lap was... Oh no, yeah, it's Nikolai's lap that's way out, isn't it?
Yeah.
138.5.
Let's see the difference this time round. So Tony does a 37.08, Nikolai does a 37.3. So back on even Stevens. Coming up to 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, so top fives are Chris Jackson, car 11, Mary Jackson, all the names he has, 17 seconds in the lead over Kenzie Neoff in second place for Team Down Under, who in turn has a 9.5 second lead over Vincent Skilbeck. On your screen now for Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic. That's an extreme name, isn't it? It's like they just tried to find more and more superlative words to put behind the word Wheelie Bins. 10 seconds further back again gets you Tony Kloosterman for Never Quit Racing B Team. And you can visibly see the gap there. It is slowly extending out again over a second now over Nikolai Bogotyrev for Don't Bug Me Racing in 5th.
It's only one mistake, isn't it? The distance.
Yeah.
One mistake, one slowdown.
It's funny because in some cars, when you aim at the curbs, they help you turn, and in other cars, when you aim at the curbs, they damage the car, and you're like,
help you crash.
yeah, it's just different worlds, but the same simulator. It's very weird. He's bringing this back in though, Nikolai. He's cut that lead down a little, and then it extends again when he gets his lines wrong. So, and gets on the grass.
Oh, he was off the edge that time.
Yeah. That there added about two tenths onto his gap between himself and Tony.
Couldn't accelerate. Yep.
I think these guys are going to have another 2 laps.
Yeah.
Yep. That looks like what's going to play out to be. Is car 11 still racing, or has he quit?
No, he's still in there. We gave him his 5 seconds of fame just a little while ago.
Right. Okay.
Don't want to give him too much because it might think that he'll get footage if he's winning.
Yeah, really. We'll have none of that.
No.
Just going to say to Sam there that gap Jamie and Miro has come right down again. But Sam was on the ball. Freddie's caught him up as well.
Freddie was brilliant on the brakes just then. That was unreal.
Look out, Sam. Clyde's being nice to you. He must want something.
Wow. Can't get any nearer the wall than that, Miro, without actually making contact.
I don't think you could have put a business folder between his fender and that wall. Wow. That was close.
Wow, look at that. Freddie's brilliant on the brakes, isn't he?
Freddie wants that 9th place, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's really pushing right now.
These guys have probably had the white flag, have they?
I think they'll get it this time.
Right. It depends where Chris is, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think Chris has just got the white
flag. No. Oh, he backed out of it. I think there was contact, but he backed out enough that it didn't actually do much.
That was actually a good play, really, on his part.
So he does have other opportunities. Here is not one of them. The next turn is, but I don't think he's close enough into the hairpin, but I've been proven wrong before.
It's relieved the pressure on Jamie Wilson.
Yes, very much so. So he's not going to bother here. He's going to take a big sweeping line onto Casino Straight. Ooh, that was not good, though. He got loads of wheel spin, a bit too anxious onto the gas.
Well, you know that urge you get, you're on him, you're ready to pounce, and you
hit
that pedal just a little too soon.
and this will be their white flag coming up. Oh, that's going to be a slowdown, surely.
Yeah, he's going to lose his spot for that one.
Definitely.
Oh, that's a hell of a way to get past. That's a shame.
Yeah, that's broken that party up.
Yeah, it has. That's too bad.
And it's such a huge slowdown you get there as well.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so car 11 about to cross the line. There you have
there
it.
he goes.
Unless he crashes. Right. Well done. Wow. Pretty dominant force right now, I got to say.
Yep. Somebody needs to answer it.
Great result from Kenzie.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well done.
What a great effort.
And here comes the Wheelie Benz Mayhem Republic car. Vincent Skillbeck. Home with a third.
Great, so
Another good points race for Vincent. And Tony, 80% Klusterman in fourth. Followed by Nikolai Bogatira. Good drive, Nikolai. Well done. Adam Wright slithering home in sixth place. And Woodward.
Battered.
He does, but that's a good finish for him, given the amount of damage he's got.
Jamie Wilson coming down the back straight for his final time.
Yeah, Freddie was closing in on him in the end. There's less than a second between them now. Then Miro is going to be one of the last people to finish. Because I think Ivan has already finished. Yes, he has.
They've all finished.
So we'll wait for the session to kick over before we announce the finishing order. And then we'll see who comes and wants to chat with us. So, your race winner tonight for Never Quit Racing A-Team was that lady again, Mary Jackson. In second place, Kenzie Neowoff for Team Down Under. That's a brilliant result for him. Vincent Skillbeck for Wheelie Bins finishes third. For NQRB Team, Tony Klusterman finishes fourth. Nikolai Bogatira finishes fifth for Don't Bug Me Racing. Adam Wright finishes sixth for BSTV Esports Green, with Ant Woodward behind him in seventh for Never Quit Racing B Team. Jimmy Wilson finishes 8th for Team Chimera, with Freddie Van Eekhoven for Team Down Under finishing 9th. Miro Haraski finishes 10th after that slowdown at the last chicane on the penultimate lap for PCS. 11th was Ivan Batmans for Track Velocity Racing. 12th was David Alonso. And then the three non-finishers, Ali Walker for CSR, Andrew Hoffman for PSR, and Rob Woodhouse for Concord Racing. So, an eventful race, guys. Bill, could we have done with more races on the track? I possibly think so, personally. What's your opinion?
Yeah, the first race really was more exciting than the second race, but, still good racing on everybody's part here, relatively clean, well done, a good group of guys. I enjoy this immensely.
As do I. And Clyde, we had pocketed battles, but Chris Jackson ran away with it again. What's the answer to Chris?
Yeah, dominant in it from car 11 at the moment. Has anybody got an answer for him? Do you know what? I'm not sure they have. There's still plenty of races left in the season. But at the moment, you can't really see, you can see the odd driver, your Foggies, your Skillbecks, even your Klustermans taking the odd race win away from him, but you wouldn't bet against him picking up at least race win per meeting at the moment. But like you say, pocketed battles in that race, and some really, really good battles. We definitely needed more cars on the grid for a track like this, but it is what it is, and always good to see great racing across 2 races.
Yeah, and it's a good job we don't have a driver of the race each week, because it'd be hard to put any money on anybody other than Chris Jackson.
Well, you would have to not vote for him just on purpose, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? And if we'd had a driver of the evening, Sam, I'm going to give you a few minutes and some interviews in between asking the question and expecting an answer. So for now, I'm going to bring in our race winner for you, Clyde, Mary Jackson.
Car 11. Dominant performance again from yourself. We was just saying there in our little post-race chat that we can't actually see where your dominance is going to end this season. What's it going to take for somebody to beat you? Are you going to have to knock another baby out?
I don't know what's going on. It's the same set that I've been running. I didn't have much practice today, but it didn't seem to hurt me at all. I felt pretty good around there. Tony and Vincent had phenomenal pace, but they were just making mistakes over the chicanes and getting slowdowns. So I was just trying to be conservative and easy.
Yeah, 0 incidents for yourself in race 1. What did you get in race 2?
I had 5, but I wasn't sure where I picked them up. Maybe there was a contact at the start of the race that I got 4X. I know I got 1X elsewhere.
Yeah, and like you say, we see a number of drivers serving slowdowns round here.
Excuse me, Clyde. I think Chris, he got popped in the back end on the first by Kenzie, just very slightly. That's maybe where you got your 4 anyway.
Could have been. I know Tony was a bit wide at the start, and we all kind of checked up, but it was all good.
Oh yeah. I mean, he didn't do it on purpose or anything. It's just he was. So.
And just on your tactics there in race 2, did you know when you was going to stop before the race started, or was you reacting to what other drivers around you was doing?
I knew that if it was going to go 37, which it depended how much we were getting held up at the start, that I could come in at the end of 14. Fill right up and then run to the end. So my strategy kind of was not press any issue at the start, save some fuel, and then undercut everyone and then get some clean air. Tony was struggling into the hairpin, and he was nice to let me by. Unfortunately, I cocked it up a bit and lit up the tires and cost him and myself a bit of time, and then I think he made an unfortunate mistake. So apologies to him for that, and thank you for letting me by. But that was kind of my strategy, was if I wasn't going to get by, it was going to be a undercut.
Yeah, and so you're going to come away from Montreal with a big points lead in the championship, even though there's still plenty of races to go, and Nürburgring endurance race next time round. Big points on the table. Going to get some practice in for that?
Good, we got enough time, so I should be ready and set for that one. I think Tony said that's getting replaced with the Red Bull ring. I could be wrong, though.
You could be right, yes. He did post me a message, but I haven't really had a chance to look at it. But either way, it will still be an enduro. If it is the Red Bull ring, it'd be quite good, because we saw a race around there, I think last weekend, which was really, really good. Have you put any laps in at the Red Bull ring? Do you own it yet?
Not own it yet. I will be buying it very soon. So I'll have to definitely put in some practice. And if Richard and Nicole Foggy, Tony, Vincent, Jaroslav, if they're all putting in the practice, I think that could be a really, really good race too.
Yeah, well, like you say, plenty of time to practice for that one, because that's not coming up until August the 7th. So congratulations on another dominant meeting from yourself. Any shout-outs you want to give before we let you go?
I got to say thank you for my beautiful wife for letting me race today, and my mother and father-in-law for watching Logan and Ella. They're over at their place right now. So once I have a shower, get out of my puddle of water here, and I'll head on back there. So thanks to Racetech for sponsoring the league, Simability, our team sponsor, the team, you guys for the broadcast, and everyone who shows up each week to race. Thanks a lot, guys.
Excellent. Well, there is your double race winner, car 11.
Yeah, he's a nice bloke, isn't he? Always got good things to say.
Yep, he's a good
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
So I am going to bring
I
in.
reserve judgment.
I'm going to bring in Mr. Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic. Third place. Yeah, was it? Yeah, third place.
2/3.
Yeah, 2/3 actually. Yeah, I was just looking at my cut screen. Vincent Skillbeck, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm going alright.
I want to know. You've got Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic. Can you get any more superlative names at the end of that title for your racing team or not?
No.
Right,
The
that's good.
original name was Banana Republic, but we changed it to Mayhem Republic. So.
Why would you change it from banana to mayhem? What's that about?
Just because it kind of made more sense with the people we run with every night, so it kind of
Alright.
just made sense to change it over. That.
There were less bananas and more mayhem. Okay. So, 2 third places. We saw you make a few mistakes in the second race. Not as many as some other people, obviously. And you still finished third in both races, which is immensely impressive. What do you need to do? What do you need to do to get on terms with that pest, Mary Jackson? What have you got to do?
I honestly have no idea. After practice, I went back and had a look at few of his faster laps and tried to figure out where he was going faster, and all I could find was he was using a higher gear in the chicanes than what I was. But apart from that, he's not really doing anything different to what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm kind of stumped at where he's getting the pace from.
Fair enough. He says he's using the same setup from track to track with a few.
I think it's nitrous.
I think it's something like that as well. Yeah, I think he's got like, you never remember
He's
Knight
got a
Rider?
twin turbo V8.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
think
With nitrous. That's right.
As we're after the watershed over here, I think it's bullshit.
Clyde's got the fighting juice out. So I think it's more like Knight Rider. I think he's found the red button, which is the turbo boost button, and we all saw how good that was on Knight Rider. You're probably not old enough for Knight Rider, are you, Vincent? But never mind.
Nah, not really.
So next time out, I think we're at Red Bull Ring. I've been telling everybody it was Nürburgring, but it's not. I think it's Red Bull. The new track of it. Do you own it yet?
I do own it, and I already have done some laps with the V8.
Check you out. Top of the class.
Not fast, but yeah, I've done a few laps.
Fair enough. Were there any other standout moments from tonight's racing for you?
Probably more just from the first race. That was really good with me and Tony just exchanging places like every few laps. But yeah, second race, nah. Gotta put that one at the back of my mind.
Okay. Shelve that one for now then. You're still going to get a good position in the championship because I think there's people above you that didn't turn up tonight. More fool them. There's a few things going on in Europe, something to do with a bag of air that people chase around a football field. That is apparently more interesting than doing what really matters, which is sim racing. But no, a great racing tonight. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to before we let you go?
You guys for the broadcast, Chris on the win, Kenzie for picking me off for second place in the second race, Tony, and just everyone over at Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic for all the support and stuff like that.
Awesome stuff. Vincent Skillbeck, our double third place podium finisher for the night. That doesn't make it sixth, that makes it 2 3s. Try and figure that out. Thank you very much, Vincent Skillbeck.
Catch you guys next time.
Cool.
I can confirm it is Red Bull Ring because I've just changed it.
Oh, excellent. Anybody think that we were the admins?
Yeah.
So, last up in the interview room for this evening, Clyde, is Mr. 80%.
So, Tony Kloosterman, welcome to the booth.
Hi, Clyde. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. So, you're, I'm going to say this, allegedly carrying an injury. I'm sure you'll tell us all about it. But still come home with a second and a fourth tonight. So, you must be happy with that.
No, not really, honestly. Very, very sloppy. Very out of practice, and I think you could see that by the number of slowdowns that I had. And second, fourth, I should be happy with it, I suppose, but should have been better too.
But your teammate, Car 11, he's on fire at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, Shane Van Giesbergen's been doing very well the last couple of races.
So, how is the injury?
I thought it was getting better, but the curbs at Montreal told me something different. So the hairpin especially, having to turn the wheel so much, that was probably my weakest area today, other than the curbs. So it's, I don't know, maybe a few more weeks. Good thing we're on a summer break for a little bit now.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you got about a 6-week break now, haven't you, before Red Bull Ring? And obviously, you know, with your injury, you're probably not doing a great deal, but have you purchased the track? Have you managed any laps on it yet to see what it's like?
I purchased the track, and I purchased the Porsche 911 GT car, the new one, and I did a few laps around it with the Porsche, and my God, it's a beautiful track. I really, really enjoy it. So I'm not sure what it'll be like in a V8. I haven't done any laps in the V8 yet, but we'll see shortly.
Yeah, we did our GT4 TCR series there, and the racing was absolutely fantastic, and most of the drivers loved the track. So it'll be a new experience for the V8s. Just going back to obviously from the team side of it for you, is there anyone in this league this year that is going to touch Car 11, or is he just going to run away with it?
Chris is on fire this year. 1 lap pace. I think there's lots of people that can do for 1 lap, but for the entire race, Chris has got just amazing pace right now. You know, there's a lot of good drivers in the league. I wish they would show up for the races. So a little disappointed with 15 cars today, but I think there's people that can make a good show of it. But Chris has certainly got it, figured out right now.
Yeah, there is unfortunately some football tournament going on in Europe at the moment, so that might have kept a few people away. And the hockey as well. I presume you're shouting for Montreal over my Knights?
Was you there, Clyde?
Sorry? Hello?
Oh,
we lost him. We've lost him.
Tony's been dropped.
I brought out the sore subject of hockey.
Oh, he's back.
He's coming back. Is he going to come? Let's drag him back.
Yeah, I got him.
Oh, you're back with us.
I'm back. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I was just saying. I suppose you are shouting for Montreal in the hockey over my Golden Knights.
To be honest, Montreal would be the last team that I would ever.
Ooh.
But certainly they have surprised and impressed everyone for sure.
Ooh, okay. Let's leave it on that controversial note. So congratulations, obviously, on your finishes tonight, Tony. Any shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
Yeah, of course, Racetech for sponsoring the league. Of course, you guys for doing the broadcasts. Simability, Never Quit Racing, and my teammates. Chris finally convinced me to try his setup, and as much as I hate to admit, I think there might be something in it. So whether it makes sense or not is irrelevant at this point in time. It's fast, so I'll keep working at it.
Excellent. Okay, well, there it is, ladies and gents. Mr. 80%, Tony Kloosterman.
Take care, everyone.
In bloke. I think what's reassuring tonight is that yes, we could have had more cars easily, which would have probably made for a more exciting race. But when you look at the exciting racing that we saw throughout the field, but mostly in the mid to back of the field, we spent most of our time on cameras there. The racing was good. It was clean. Most of the mistakes were from self-inflicted events. I don't think the league's got an answer for Chris Jackson, but it's certainly making for an exciting league. Bringing a brand new track into it's going to make a massive difference, isn't it, Clyde?
Well, yeah, either that or we find a way to ban him.
Oh yeah, we tried that once before with somebody, didn't we?
Yeah,
we make it
or
stick.
accidentally remove him from the league or something, so he can't join for a few races.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah.
Yeah,
my
bad.
And Bill, your view of the racing tonight?
Well, you pretty much covered it. It was middle of the pack excitement. Had some what'd you call it, pocket competitions there, which were very good. Chris Jackson's going to be a hard man to beat, and I think my observation, and Tony mentioned it, that Chris Jackson doesn't make the crazy mistakes that he used to make. He just runs at a really good pace when he's in a big crowd, and then he gets out in front and he can run consistently without making mistakes. And that's the key. That's really the key, especially on a place like Montreal, of all places. Really, I mean, we saw what happened. I mean, look at the guys that are generally pretty good that got a couple slowdowns. They're at the back of the field, and once you get back there, it's a hell of a grind to try to get back up front again. So, and not taking away from what he's developed, he's doing a hell of a job. I'm telling you, and he's going to be a tough man to beat this year, no doubt about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ivan Batman says it right on the chat, saying, "Damn football, taking up space where we could build more racetracks." Absolutely, that's the attitude we need. So yeah, hopefully we'll have a greater size of field for you next time. Many thanks to Racetech for sponsoring this league once again. It has to be, if not the best, then at least one of the best leagues on the iRacing service or around it, using it, etc. I'd like to remind everybody that tomorrow we are at Nürburgring for the ITCR league. I'm just going to get up the appropriate the appropriate sheet that tells me where we are after that. Where am I? That one, and then I need to click this one. Come on, Pete, you can do it. There we go. And June. So yes, Nürburgring tomorrow, the Curzon circuit. That'll be just, I think, a massive crash fest with me quitting out after one lap after each race.
No way, you're going to be in the front battle.
Yeah, that's me doubly cursed by Bill and Stacey. Then on Wednesday, I'm back racing again, funnily enough, in the TCR again at Hockenheim. I do like that track, though. And then the following Sunday the 27th, it's the GTCC League at Interlagos. So that should be extremely exciting as well. An hour and a half race there. I think we hopefully, like I say, hopefully we'll get more people, but even when we don't get many people, we can still see brilliant racing throughout the field. Any comments from you, Sam, before I wrap us up?
Yeah, microphones on the broadcast is better. I think you wrapped up everything. Yeah, it's a great league. It's probably one of the best. So I wish I could race a bit more, but that arm is still not making me able to race, and not for the next few weeks. So yeah.
Well, Plenty of rest for Sam then. And plenty of rest for me. I'm ready for sleepage, I think.
Sleepy Pete.
So, Sleepy Pete, yeah.
Sleepy Princess Pete Bingham. Nice.
What a lovely image for everybody this fine Saturday evening.
Yeah, right.
Enjoy your dinners, everybody. So I'll say good night now and let the others say good night. Thanks to everybody that's been watching. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, or any of the other social networks. Please buy our merchandise if you've got any spare cash and want to look as cool as everybody else on the racing network. Yeah, very much good night, and we'll see you next time. I'll pass you over to Clyde.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. And just one final thought before all our viewers disappear to bed. Pete has done the entire broadcast in his Superman PJs. Stay safe.
Oh, wow. I'm not going to be able to top that one. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for the people that showed up. Special thanks to Racetech for sponsoring this great league. And 15 cars or 50 cars is still a heck of a league and a hell of a lot of fun. So good night, everybody. You're in for a treat tomorrow. Come out and watch the ITCR league. It's a new venture that we've started, and it's going to be a barn burner. Looking forward to it. Good night, everybody.
And good night, everybody. Leave you with our Metalhead outro.